your question, I guess to create a university, how you can create it properly, is it?
Yes, and finding the balance of modern technology and also creating very good humans, like you speak of very often.
Universities, now this terminology, university, is referring to a particular kind of academic institution, educational institution, where it imparts the education in a well-fixed framework, then graduation and examination, degree, courses, syllabi, textbook. So these all things comes. I don't know much about in America, but in India, there are so many legalities to put this university education work into acceptable to the officials. The education system almost universally become a mechanical work, and the education is meant for accumulation of information. The students are considered to be a kind of computer program, and as much as information input to that system, and then there's an examination to retrieve that information, and then students also learn the so-called education, the subjects, only for worldly benefits, to get a job or earn money. So Gandhi have said very beautifully that today's education only teaches how to read, write, and calculate, which is necessary for the pleasure and upkeeping of the body. And today education has nothing to improve the mind, to elevate the mind. So therefore, after educating a person for 15 years or 20 years from the pre-primary school to the master's degree or PhD degree, many years have been spent for that. And after completion of the education, the mindset of that person is remain unchanged. That person is very short-tempered and having jealousies and negative emotions. They are not trying to reduce. In short, it does not aim to make the person a good human being, well-behaved and good human being. Again, I remember that Krishnamurti used to say, the purpose of education must be to awakening inner intelligence. Therefore, the person could be flower in goodness. The today's education system does not care for awakening the inherited inner wisdom through the subtle consciousness. On the contrary, that subtle consciousness is being buried under the lot of information, input of information, and that also unprocessed information. Majority of them become belief or acceptance, not a knowing. So this is the shortcoming of the modern education system. And particularly the modern education system in India, which I know because I'm working in the Indian education system. That was, even today, the India become politically independent 75 years ago. This year is the 75th year. We call it Amrit Mahotsav. But the what education system said by Macaulay, the British Lord, who came to India, and then in order to sustain the British Empire in India, he designed a particular education system. And now that become the mainstream of the education system. After independence of India, there are many commissions are set up, right from Radhakrishnan Commission till the Ramamati Commission. 6 or 7 commissions are set up. But there's no basic change. Last year, the National Education Policy 2020, that also little bit amendment to the old system. So what I'm trying to say is, unless we aim the purpose of education to improve the quality of mind, particularly in the direction of spirituality, the basic human value as a human being, what makes us different from the animal kingdom? Eating, searching food, raising the children. Animals can also doing that. The human beings are different from the animal kingdom because the human consciousness has the potential to awake, to spiritually mature, and finally to get the unconditioned mind, the moksha, that we have the capacity. And in this life, we do not use that capacity only to care one's own body alone and completely neglect the mind. Then we are not much different from the monkey and dogs and other animals. So therefore, as a spiritually oriented person is creating educational institution, of course, by law of the land, educational institutions are not supposed to teach spirituality. They're called secular. That's why His Holiness the Dalai Lama also saying that secular ethics to be put into the education system. Now, Emory University has put it in the framework. They call it C learning, social, emotional, and something like that. So through that, trying to awake the inner wisdom, inner intelligence of the humanity. So what I would like to recommend is, of course, as I mentioned before, we have to, any educational institution, which is in the status of a university, we shall have to abide by the law of land, and whatever the framework necessary shall have to put there. But at the same time, we must very skillfully put in how to treat the mind. Improvement of the mind through not very obviously termed, but subtly a spiritual input should be there, so that the basic human value and both basic human inner intelligence could be arising, and the body and mind, if not mind is considered more important, but the mind must not be neglected in the process of taking care of the body. Body needs clothes and houses and food and all these things for which we consume whole our life, then that is not a very purposeful life. So therefore, in this life, particularly an educated person's life, should be enriched through any kind of spiritualism. Spiritualism need not necessarily belong into any declared religious tradition. This word is not very good. Secular spirituality is not a good word, but from outside it may not have any color of a particular religion, yet it touches your mind and it reduces the negative emotions, and it increases the positive emotions, positive mindset. So this kind of thing we should try to include in our education system. I think this is possible.